Irashaimase! Welcome back to Neffy Cat! We're so glad that you can join us today! In today's video, we're going to talk about a special kitty who was a library kitty. His name was Dewey Readmore Books, and he was literally abandoned by somebody when he was little, about a year old, down the library's book drop slot, believe it or not. Somebody abandoned him there. So he was in Spencer, Iowa, and he was a very, very special part of their library after he had been found. And this is such a heartwarming story. But the person who was the librarian at the time, she actually found him in that drop slot, and she took him in, and she nursed him back to health. He was actually suffering from frostbite. Well, she was a smart person and ended up writing a book about him. Her name is Vicki Myron, and the book about him became a #1 national bestseller on the Random House book. It was translated into many languages. The book is called, was called Dewey, the Small Town Library Cat Who Touched the World by Vicki Myron. Now, you guys, how he escaped is proof that this isn't necessarily the best little outfit for taking him out for a walk, but it sure is perfect for here. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody had a great escape. Yes, he did. And there's been a change of outfit. This one was too loose. Yes. All right, now let's get back to what we were talking about. That book that was written about him has become international and was translated into many, many, many languages. He has had more than 270 newspapers that had published his obituary when he had passed away in 2006 because of how famous he had gotten. He was on a Paul Harvey's radio program. He had been in a Japanese documentary. His little life is just amazing. One precious little stray can touch so many lives. Just think about that, you guys. One little stray kitty. Yes, or abandoned in his case. So, Dewey Readmore Books was a beautiful ginger kitty that reminds me of our Ginger Snap in our family from when I was a child. Absolutely beautiful. And in his case, he has more hair. He's a beautiful fluffy kitty. Yeah. Well, so he was the library cat there for many years, and he was very loved before he passed away. He made a really big difference in everyone's life. He spent his whole life in the library and was given the official title of staff supervisor. His fame spread far and wide. He even had won a pet photo contest in 1990 where over 80% of the people who voted for a cute kitty pet photo contest voted for him. Well, I think he's a wonderful example of a life turned around. And once again, if any of you are having a hard time in your life, or are having difficulty, you're in a difficult space, you feel rejected or anything like that, or abandoned, you think of these precious kitties, and you think of how their lives got turned around, and so can yours. Just like Vicki Myron picked him up and brought him in out of that library drop box and took care of him, nursed him back to health, and brought him into the library as their kitty. Your life is precious too, and the same can be said of yours in your own beautiful way. Well, thank you all so very much for sharing this time with us today. If you like the content of our videos, don't forget to take those paws and paw that like button. You can paw the subscription button, and you can paw the notification bell, where you can see all love Neffy Cat's videos. Well, thank you all so very much. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video.